Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for having me, Danette and Stacy and Mary. Oh, my lands. For those who are watching on the replay, if you did not get a chance to listen to the call, the health call, Mary Star Carter just told us about her releasing 50 pounds. And I recently, Mary, lost like 10 pounds. It's still going down. So some days it's 9, some days it's 11. You know what I mean? But learned so much in the process, and just seeing you do this, it shows you this level of determination and just this, like, I don't know, just this amazing, you're just an amazing person. And I appreciate you taking the time to share all that with us. So
Hey,
I'll tell you.
Bethany, I'm going to introduce you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. How amazing you are. This is my sweet friend, Diamond Leader Bethany Shipley. You guys, she has such a passion for this Young Living business and changing the lives of millions of families around the world. This is what she does. This is what she loves. So I'm glad you're here to hear from her tonight, like I am. And she's going to share tonight about the changing the trajectory of your business by taking your business from wherever you are to your desired goal with intention and inspiration. And Bethany, she started, you're about 8-ish years, right?
I'm almost at 8 years.
Super exciting. Oh, by the way, she is only 28.
29.
29, just turned 29. Okay, I'm super happy about that. She's a 29-year-old entrepreneur, mom of 4, inspirational speaker. She just craves new perspectives, and you're amazing. So thank you, Bethany.
Thank you so much. I did not know I was going to get that amazing introduction. Otherwise, I wouldn't have unmuted myself as soon as I did. But yeah. Okay. So I want to talk tonight about how to make 6 figures in your business. How does that sound? Would you guys like to make 6 figures in your business? And if you don't, if for some reason that sounds like something you're not interested in, that's okay, because I'm going to give you the equation that we're going to use, and you can transpose that into whatever amount of money that you want to make in your business. And then we'll also talk about how this business is different than any other business. I recently started getting into auctioning online. We are redoing a farmhouse, and I am buying faucets that are worth $100 for $6. I mean, I am getting creative with this kind of stuff. And what I'm realizing is a lot of people do this as their full-time job, but yeah, I'm going to talk about how that's different than what we're doing. And then we're going to talk about the highest paid skill in network marketing and how you can be a master of it. Yes, Sue, how about 7 figures? How about this? When I hit 7 figures a year, I will tell you how to do that. But until then, I'll stick with what I've done. So I do have a screen to share, and let's dive right in. So how to make 6 figures in your business. And we are going to we're going to be fancy here from Canva, and I'm going to present it. Canva has not enabled they haven't made the ability to like present ahead of time before you turn something on. So it's always this moment of like, hey, here, I designed this on Canva. Now we're going to look at it. If they're going to let us do this. And if they won't, then I'll just scroll through. And that's what we're probably going to have to do. So all right. So how to make 6 figures in network marketing. Of course, we're with Young Living. We love Young Living. We think they are the absolute best because they have products that change lives. We don't make these products for a profit. Gary made these products for a purpose. And that's why we're all here. We're the salt of the earth. We like to say that we are leading with our heart and we share. And I want you to know that even though I talk about business because it's my favorite thing to talk about, and I want to make sure that I get this chat up, you guys, I'm talking about business because the foundation of the products that we sell are so much already squared away and already there that I have the capacity to be able to go straight forward with you and talk about business. If we did not have that, I would not be here tonight. If it wasn't life-changing and I didn't get messages from people saying this happened, this happened, this happened, I wouldn't feel confident talking about the magical equation of how to make money, because without that purpose side of it, to me, it's just absolutely irrelevant. We are put on this earth to do something amazing that has to do with something bigger than us, something that goes up, in my opinion, something that goes like it's the spiritual side of what we do. So just know that as I'm talking business, please know that that is there for me, and I hope that's there for you too. So let's talk about the magic equation. First of all, we have to figure out how many week hours do you want to work? How many hours a week do you want to work? Maybe put it in the chat for a little bit of accountability. If you are like me and you love what you do and you're like 40 hours a week sounds absolutely amazing, perfect. 35 to 40. We're going to see a bunch of different numbers here. 40, perfect. 40 is where I love. I love that, about 8 hours a day. Good. 10 hours a week. Perfect. 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 Okay. So once you have your number, go ahead and write that down, and you're going to multiply that times 4.33. The reason we do that is in my previous line of work, that's how you generate a number that represents how many hours a month you're working. So go ahead and multiply that by 4.33. And we're going to assume, for the sake of this call, that you said 40 for the sake of the equation. Okay, so multiply that times 0.4 or 4.33, and then go ahead and put that in the chat. And then here's what we're going to do. We're going to take your desired income. So if it's not six figures, six figures would be $8,333 a month. If it's not six figures, then put whatever income desired per month divided by hours per month. And I basically almost failed Algebra 1. Math is not my forte. So if I did any of this wrong, somebody's going to say, hey, this should be divided by this, and I'm sorry, but I think this is right, okay? I like people, and math comes secondary to that. So if I did this math correct, which I think I did, the income desired, let's say it's six figures, so 8,333 divided by hours per month, about 170 hours, then you're looking at $50 an hour approximately. So just for the sake of, I know it's a little bit less than that's like 48 or something like that, but just for the sake of this conversation, because I want it to be easy, $50 per hour. Here is what my mind, before I understood network marketing, here's what my mind said. Okay, and I even heard people train on this. How can I bring $50 per hour worth of value to my work with Young Living? How can I make sure every hour I'm generating $50 worth of work? And that works for some people. That they get in front of people. They have, let's say they work 10-hour days. They fill that coffee shop with 10 meetings, 1-hour meetings, back to back to back. And they're so good at closing. They're so good at teaching that they can close, and what fancy sales terms, they can enroll all these people, and they just made $50 an hour, and yay, they did it. That's fine. That might work for unicorns. I'm not a unicorn. I'm like a 2 to 3. This month I've had more enrollments. I've had 4 enrollments. My goal is to beat my record of 11. Like, I'm not that person that is just going to enroll thousands of people. Now, do I want to become that person? And am I working towards that? Absolutely. But right now, that's where I'm landing. It's right around 2 to 3 to 4 enrollments a month. So that's never going to be like, so far, I've never actually done that, right? So which one do you value more? This is the question I had to understand before I realized this business as the best vehicle. Which one do you value more? 1 hour of your time, or do you value $50 more? Which one do you value more? Because most people in our world value the $50 more than they value the hour. And so what they do is they say, you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to trade my time of 1 hour for the $50. I'm going to, for example, before I found Young Living, or even before I found Young Living, I would say, oh yeah, I'll go to my job. I didn't get paid $50. I got like $10 an hour, $12 an hour. I will trade you my time for $12 an hour. And that's great for me. When I stopped working at that job, I never got any pay after that. I got done. They sent me my last paycheck. I got married and I was out of luck. I had to find a new job. So what I realized is, oh my gosh, wait, are you telling me there's another way? There's a way to invest your time. So instead of just getting that one quick transaction, you're actually going to create a system to where I might make less money at first for my time, but over time I could eventually be getting paid that for the rest of my life. This is when I realized I value my hour more than I value the $50. If this is making sense, say yes in the chat. So we are not trading time for money. We are investing our time for money in this business. This is why what we do is different than Amazon affiliates. This is why what we do is different than driving for Uber. None of those things are bad. I'm not above any of those things, by the way. And I would do it if my family needed it. And I absolutely am willing and ready to work hard at whatever we need. But I will always, excuse me, my throat got dry there for a second. I think I inhaled a little bit too much patchouli before the call. What we're doing in this business is what I would do always is have my mind on investing time. So let's look at this. You enroll someone for $50. Let's say they get a starter kit. Let's say they get a starter kit, you get the $25 bonus, you get 25%, and you enroll them and you make $50. Fantastic. What's more valuable though, is what comes right after that. They hop on loyalty rewards. Month 1, you make $25 if they order 100 PV. Month 2, you make $25. If they're a level 1, you're going to make $8 on month 3, $8 on month 4, $8 on month 5. Guess what? Guess how much time? After 12 years, the value that you literally got in your pocket from that one enrollment after 12 years is $1,152. That's dollars. That does not even count to how many people they might have enrolled to in Young Living. That doesn't count on the sales when they went ahead and grabbed another BOGO or another something. That is crazy. So what you did, I'm going to scroll back up. Hopefully I don't make you a bit dizzy here, is when you enrolled this person for $50, you didn't trade your time for money. You, number one, you helped a person get connected with a product that actually changed their lives. Otherwise, they would never, ever order for 12 years straight. But what you also did is you created residual income in your bank account after that enrollment. And guess how much time that enrollment probably took you? I'm guessing an accumulative of about 5 hours. Was it worth it to spend 5 hours on one enrollment when after 12 years you made $1,152? Absolutely. So that's one person times, guess what? I think today I counted, I've enrolled, I think, not counting inactives, about 130 people in my team. And of course, they have gone on to enroll more people. We have about active 7,000 members right now. That's crazy. For the work that I've put in, probably 40 hours a week on average, that's crazy. And the investment that I put in for the last 7 years, got my products a year before I started building a business. The last 7 years of investment is what pays for my Jeep. It's what pays for our farmhouse. It's what pays for our water and our utilities. And it's the work that I already did. And so here is what I want to talk to you about tonight. I have 15 minutes because I have a team call at 7:30 Central. So we're going to go quick, buckle in. The highest paid skill in network marketing, which is promotion. This is an old school term from Eric Worre. I don't know if you guys are fans of Eric Worre. He's like the bread and butter of my beginning days. But it basically says the ability to get butts in seats. That's the easiest way to say it. Now, butts in seats kind of insinuates that there's like an event, right? Most of the time now we do have events, but in the last few years, we've realized, seats could be what? Proverbial. Eric Worre, Worre. Check him out on YouTube. Really great stuff. But getting butts in seats. And I kind of jokingly wrote getting eyes on stories, because these days, a lot of stuff is being done on social media. A lot of people are kind of, doing things that are less conventional, less like booking out a hotel and filling the room. That is still, in my opinion, the most powerful way to grow a business, but it doesn't have to be that anymore. So I just wanted to throw that in there. So I'm going to teach you about the skill of promotion. Here's how to do it. Number one, magnetic energy. Magnetic energy. If you're taking notes, write it down. Magnetic energy. What does this mean? When we talk about personal development, we talk about professional development, we are like, okay, yeah, we're growing as a person. What does that mean? It is the creation of the how you show up to everything in your life. So from someone just cut you off and you're driving on the highway and they just cut you off, all the way to how you put your kids to bed, all the way to how you make decisions when you're ordering lunch, all the way to how you engage with a new friend, how you greet someone at the grocery store. All of that is personal development. The energy, I hope you can feel my energy, like I can see your energy through the screens. Like when I'm with Danette, I feel her energy. It's like the life force and how much energy is coming through is so vibrant. I recently had this thought. I didn't even plan to share this, but my husband's family has a mouser cat. So this cat lives outside. He's a mouser. He just eats mice. And they feed it too, of course, but he's getting really old. And I can tell that this cat is getting close to the end of his life. And I used to think that it was either life or death. But what I've noticed about this cat is over the last 2 months, this cat is actually giving me this perspective that it's a scale and it's not actually, sometimes it happens quick and sometimes it's slow, but you can all identify with the idea that you've seen someone decline closer to death until it happens. So my question to you is, how much life force energy are you going to allow through your body and through your life on in an everyday way? When you greet someone and it's like, hey, how you doing? That is this much energy where you're like, hey, how you doing? Come in here, give me a hug. That's so much more energy. You can feel that. And so how you show up to everything in your life is energy. So this skill of promotion, if you are not letting life through and letting the energy through, my opinion is the skill of promotion is going to be a lot harder. And being able to get butts in seats is going to be a lot harder because there's not that connection. So how do you work on this? You are most influential when you are your most magnetic. You might not be like me, like charismatic and cheerleader-y and loud and, whatever. I'm kind of like, I kind of enjoy the show, right? You might not be like that. But here's what I know for certain. You are your most magnetic self when you are your truest self. You are most attractive when you are your truest self. So what that means to me is there's someone named Tim Ferriss. He is famous. He sends out a 5-bullet Friday email. He's I don't know if you know him, but anyway, I follow him. I listen to his podcast every now and then. He's kind of like basic. He's kind of like bland and he's funny and entertaining, but he's not rah, rah, rah. So don't hear me say you have to have all this energy and that you have to be like this cheerleader that you're like, I don't know. I'm not about that. You, when you are your most truest self, have the most magnetic energy. That could be calm, cool, collected. You're making eye contact with someone across the coffee room table or the dining room table or coffee table, and you're connected and you have tears in your eyes because you're hearing that person and you're empathetic, and that's who you are truly to your core. Or it could be, that you're like, I'm wild, I'm party, I love Minksha bar, I love music, and that is you. The closest you can get to that, the better you'll be. Being inspired in this business isn't optional, it's a prerequisite. So whatever it is that gets you to your truest self, if you're not already doing that, if you're not getting there, if you're not playing proverbial pickleball every day, that's my thing right now, where I'm like, it wakes me up like energetically. Like all day today, it's been raining and I've been like, darn it, like I can't go play pickleball. Being inspired isn't optional in this business. It's a prerequisite. And that is what energy is. So my question to you for number one is, who are you really? And what do you need to do to get back closer to your truest self? Call your parents if they're still around and say, hey, what was I like when I was 5 years old? They're going to give you some clues. Write down a list of 10 people you love and admire, like if you could have lunch with them and just be around them, like people you respect and your role models. Write down the reasons why. Guess what? That is you at your core. The reasons why you admire them are who you are. All right, let's move on. Number 2, creating exposure. I had to work really hard to make all of these start with the letter E. So the pastor child in me, I don't know. I have to have you know this. Creating exposure for yourself looks like getting in front of people in some way. This means to me, being willing to put yourself out there and wanting people's eyes. Creating exposure to me in a fundamental way means building a prospects list. People freak out when I say prospects list, sometimes because they don't like the idea of checking someone off the list. Well, when I didn't create a prospects list, people that I shared with. And I say it like that because I was actually trying to enroll them, but I didn't want it to seem like I was trying to enroll them. So I threw the word share on it. So it wouldn't make me feel uncomfortable. I shared with them. I didn't send them my link. I didn't tell them I sold essential oils. I didn't tell them I do this for a living. When I did that, and then they enrolled with someone else because so-and-so from their church sells it. Yeah, that right there was the day I decided I'm having a prospects list and I'm keeping it updated and I'm working off of it. When I'm talking to people and I'm engaging with them, it means nothing less about our relationship when I reach out and ask if they found their dog. Truly, that's what I'm going after. But I had to find their name somehow, or if you build a big network, how are you ever going to keep track of everyone? So you have to be organized. The most successful people in the world are organized in their contacts. They don't just rely on the moment of inspiration or the moment of, I thought about that person. Some people may do it. They have a brain way better than mine. I can't do that. I have a list. So create exposure, AKA build a prospects list. Okay, how many people can you have in your network? This is more of that. These are some ideas. Feel free to screenshot this on ways to grow your network. I suggest growing your network as a part of your number one most important priority habits every day, at least every week. You can go to networking events. You can go to join Facebook groups. You can do Instagram hashtags, parties, gym, library, school. You can volunteer, vendor booths, fundraisers, neighbors. There's so many ways to meet new people. Likely, if you're stuck on this and you're like, I don't know, it's probably a fear or a reservation that you have around it. So dig into that, because that goes to number one, which is your energy and becoming your best self. There is something there for most people that I work with in this business. All right. Number three, being engaging. Here's how to do it. We've got magnetic energy. We're creating exposure. And then engaging. To me, engagement is pickleball. And let me explain. If you don't know what pickleball is, pretend it's ping pong. You go back and you send the ball to the other side. And then you send the ball to the other side. And that is what conversations look like. Conversations don't look like, hi, my name is Bethany. I sell essential oils. They've changed my life. If you ever need anything, I'm here for you. Hope you have a great day. Here's my link. Okay, bye. It's, hey, how are you? Doing great. Want to meet up at the park? Can't. No problem. Want to go to dinner? Yes. Back. As many as those engagements as you can have with anybody that you want to enroll, the more powerful the connection is going to be, the more influence you are going to have. I see people all the time, they want to get it one and done. They're like, I want to be efficient. I want to just say, boom, it's done. Don't get me wrong. I say I sell essential oils first thing. I hope they know that from my social media, or at least our first interaction. There should be no question what I do at the time that I leave the conversation, and not in a weird way, just kind of, this is what I do. What do you do? But if it's not back and forth, it feels possessive. Okay. So, and number four, promote and entice them into the seat, entice their butt into the seat, entice them to want to be a part of what you're doing. This can look so many different ways, but at the end of the day, if you're getting butts in seats, and like, here's what I do. Aaron Rodgers is hosting an event in September. I'm so excited about it. And so the skill of promotion looks like this exact thing. Getting someone to a 101 class, it's this exact thing. Getting someone to come to a call is this exact thing. Every single relationship and an invite. If you do this one thing this week, your business will grow. I would be shocked if your business didn't grow if you do this one thing. Print out as many names as you can talk to from your downline. Let's say you have your silver team, you have 100 people in your downline. You're an executive team, you have 40 people. Print it out, and then go through and talk to every single person and work on your energy being vibrant. Your exposure is already there because you're talking to them. You're being engaging, and wait for the opportunity to notice what they need next in their young living journey. Do they need more product education? Do they need a sample of something? Do they need to be invited to a business call? Do they need a personal conversation? Do they need dinner? If you don't have a downline yet, same exact process, all with the prospects list. Go through your Facebook friends, 100 people on a list, start talking to them. It doesn't have to be about oils. It doesn't have to be, just engage, see what's up. Okay, so here's how to do it in announcement versus promotion. An announcement is a blast of this is what's going on. It's an open blast of an invitation. Very seldom does this ever work in network marketing. Very seldom does this ever work in our business to invite somebody to anything. If they see a graphic, there will be like 1% of people that were already randomly interested in essential oils. And they were like, okay, this sounds great. Sure, I want to come. Most people will never respond to that. Instead, it has to be done through promotion, which is the highest paid skill in network marketing. And that's what we just talked about. All right. Last but not least, you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person at the right time. What this means is I was driving the other day. First of all, we had an event in Kansas City and I had an extra ticket because we organized that all the hosts would have an extra ticket for their spouse. My spouse had to be with my million children. So I texted a friend. She ordered oils probably 2 years ago. Her last order was like 9 months ago. Dear friend, I love her to death. Just never really got there with her. She just didn't really ever connect with it. And I mean, she uses them, but just not like I do, you know? So I just texted her. I said, hey, I don't know if you're free. This is off the wall. This is crazy, but we're having an event. I have an extra ticket. I'd love to bring you as my +1. Don't even worry about buying a ticket. If you decide to come, you can have my extra ticket. And she's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I think I can come for the morning. I'm like, perfect. And in my head, I'm thinking, she's doing me a favor. Like, I don't think she's really interested. I think she's doing me a favor. She came to the event. At lunch, she texted me and said, hey, I wasn't going to come back, but I really want to come back for the afternoon session. Can I come? I'm like, totally. She comes back. She hears a presentation from my sponsor, Hannah. Hannah Shanks did this amazing job of presenting on like the products that we use. She's blown away. Sarah is blown away by this presentation. She's like, this is amazing. She goes home, starts talking business to her husband. Like, I think I want to do this business. So she texted me and said, hey, can we get together for lunch and talk about the business? Our dream, right? We're like, oh my gosh, yes. You know what I'm thinking on the way there? I'm driving going, okay, and then I'll say this, and then I'll say that. And then I went, whoa, Bethany, no, stop. First of all, you do know what to say. Second of all, it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter if you have the right person who's ready, their energy is ready for Young Living. They're going to do it with or without you. You can't stop them and you can't create them. All you got to do is talk to them. So why I tell you this is because you can get in your head so fast. If you remember this, when you're talking to people, you can't mess this up. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person at the right time. With that, friends, I got to get out of here because I have a team call at 7:30. So thanks for letting me cut it short. I think you guys usually go an hour long, but I appreciate you. Glad to be here.
Thank you, Bethany. Totally appreciate you being here and getting off to talk to your people. That is super key as well. So thank you, friend. We appreciate you. And fantastic. I love that you speak quickly. You're a close second to Cindy Hagerton, I believe, which is a great, great place to be. So thank you, friends. Thanks for being here on Monday Night Ignite, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.